Dirk Beveridge here with We Supply America, coming to you from my family's hometown, St. Louis, Missouri, and I am just so excited to be with you today, live on LinkedIn, 30 minutes before our third episode of We Supply America goes live, where we are going to be featuring Benco Dental, our third featured distributor that you are going to just continue to be inspired by, just like we were, and the lessons we've learned, just like the first two episodes, and what we're going to learn for the ones coming up. I'm coming to you live from the We Supply America tour from CK, gases, welding, and dry ice. I have had an amazing day. If you can't tell, I am still sweating they've worked me hard, but I've met all the people. And when we talk about the noble calling of distribution, you guys, I got to tell you, every one of these stops just warms my heart, fills my mind, and absolutely touches my spirit. And what you all do in distribution is absolutely noble. For those of you who aren't familiar with We Supply America, let me tell you about that. But first, I will say, as you're coming in, please let me know that you're here in LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Go ahead in the comments. Let me know who you are, where you're from, and I'll be sure to say hello as we get going, okay? And then I'm going to probably ask you some questions, too, to pull in on the comments as well. So come on in, welcome, and as you're doing that, let me share with you, three items or three principles of We Supply America. And number one is I truly believe that what you all do is noble. Everything physical in this country that is touched by us, if you will, has been moved through, value has been added by distribution, and you truly are the backbone of our country, and for that, we need to tell that story. Number two, I truly believe that we all are yearning for connections, we're all yearning for inspiration, and we're all yearning for those stories of optimism and the future, a positive future. My canvas to tell those stories is you, distribution, like where I'm at here at CK. And then third, I think we're all, continuing, right, to work and strategize and come together as a family, as teams, as organizations to make sure we're coming out of this pandemic stronger than we went in. And We Supply America, we're out telling the stories for all of those reasons and more. Okay, so as I see you start coming in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the stage, give us 2 minutes to get going. So come on in. Jen, good afternoon. Great to see you. And keep coming in, everybody. In 2 minutes, we're going to get this third week launched in an official way. So come on in. Let me know that you're here. Thanks, everybody. everybody. Again, Dirk Beveridge with We Supply America. I am just absolutely jazzed for this third week. My goodness, the story that you are going to see of Benco Dental is absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait for you to see it. And I'll say this later, but I also want you to know that, yes, today we're going to be focused on Benco Dental. I'm going to introduce you to CK in just a little bit here as well. But when I talk about Benco Dental, when I talk about Porter Pipe, when we talk about any of the other businesses, when we talk about CK, wherever I've been, Holt Electric yesterday, Coburn's the day before, those stories aren't just about Benco Dental. They, in my mind, are representative of the 30,000 businesses throughout distribution, the 6 million professionals throughout distribution. And I truly hope that that comes through as we all are looking at these stories of Porter Pipe, of Wiseway, of Benco Dental, and the others you're going to see. So let me real quick say hello to those of you that are coming in. So Jen, great to see you. Yes, oh my gosh, I'm going to be up in Minneapolis, Viking Electric. I cannot wait, Jen, and can't wait to see you. And Paul Kennedy, my friend, thank you. I am studying up for our strategy session that we're going to be doing over the weekend in a couple of weeks up there in Red Wing. We're going to be ready, and it's going to be a great strategy session. And yes, we're going to be at one of your branches as well. So thank you. Mandy, absolutely. I'm glad you are excited, as am I. Stuart, wait, I should have been a college football coach. I missed my calling, Stuart. Oh, my God. Now you tell me. A little late, Stuart. But thank you. I appreciate that. Bob, it has been a while since we saw each other at Interlake, my friend. I loved the work that we did probably 15, 20 years ago. Really good to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here. Nick Porter, man, you kicked us off in week number 1 with yours. Thank you so much for the continued support and the inspiration for everybody. Keep leading, my friend, with everybody else. Will, great to see you. Excited to see you. And John Kane, my friend, I love it. Let's have this hashtag noble calling, and let's bring that all across the country. So thanks so much. All right, you guys, we've got about 20 minutes until we go live with the third episode. So let me share with you a few things, all right? So number 1, I want to remind you that We Supply America this summer has been divided into 3 phases. And we're completed the first phase, and we're in phases 2 and 3. Let me share with you. In June, I went across the country with Jordan and Josh, my videographers, my storytellers, and we put together these 8 broadcast quality shows representative of the noble calling of distribution. Today, it's all about Benco Dental. And every Thursday in the summer at 3 o'clock, we're going to go live with those. First LinkedIn Live, and then the episode. And that's the second. We are in the middle of the third phase, and that's where I am crossing the country. I'm going from sea to shining sea, and we are going to be touching over 30 different distributors. Sorry, here's the schedule. I got ahead of myself. Here's the schedule of the 8 different episodes you see every Thursday throughout. We've showcased Porter Pipe, Wiseway last week, Benco today. Next week, Indiana Oxygen, Tim, right? Yeah. Similar to what we are here. Great Lakes Hotel and Supply, you see that. Havis Truck and Auto Parts, Hill and Marks, the Granite Group, you guys, every one of them, put it on your calendar. These are absolutely great stories that you can use. So that third phase is the tour is continuing. I'm out in the RV, the We Supply America RV. I had a little, did you guys see on LinkedIn? I took out some amazing gentleman's driver side of his car and just made a new friend out of it. But anyway, I digress again. Out on the road with the We Supply America RV, meeting people, meeting companies. And here is the map as we've divided the summer. The first 2 weeks of July, I was in the blue. We started up in the Connecticut area and Pennsylvania, and we came down all the way down to Georgia. We're now in the gold section. Earlier this week, I was down in Louisiana with Coburn's and the like. We're now in St. Louis. We're heading north. I really would love to come out to see you all in that red section and the west of the country. So if you're there, I'll show you how you can do that going forward, because I really would love to meet with all of you in your businesses, all right? So here are the 10 businesses that I have met with so far in July, as the tour continues, these day events like I am here at CK. And here are the tour dates that are yet to come. These are scheduled on my calendar starting next week. No, let me see. Well, anyway, I didn't update that, so I apologize. But they're really good companies that we're going to be going to go see. Again, I apologize for that. Okay, now let me share with you though where I'm at with in St. Louis on today's stop. Yesterday, I was with another great St. Louis company, Holt Electric. They're doing great things, and also I'm here now with CK doing just great things in the gases, the welding, and the dry ice arena. 135 individuals. They just last week became an ESOP company. When you talk about the noble calling of distribution, I'm sitting in the middle of the noble calling of distribution here. So let me share with you, when you walk up to CK, here's what you will see. When I drove up this morning, they have this amazing piece of artwork. Do you remember that photo from the Depression era where those iron workers are sitting 80 floors up above the New York skyline, 80 floors up above the street, and they're just having lunch? And on the 70th anniversary, this organization, CK, commissioned that artwork that you see there, and it is absolutely fantastic. And it's titled "We Build Together." And if you don't mind, just for a moment, I'd like to bring in the Vice President of Sales, the gentleman who invited me in to CK, and that's Tim Evans. Tim, thanks for having me, man.
Appreciate you being here today.
Thank you. Hey, could you do me a favor, but real quick, all right? Could you tell everybody, I'll go back to it, could you tell everybody about this piece of artwork and its meaning and its significance to CK? If you don't mind?
Sure. It was our 70th anniversary. We thought, we need to do something big here in St. Louis, right? Put CK on the map. I'm not saying we're not on the map, but
you are on the map.
We're on the map.
You're dominant.
We
man.
are the dominant in St. Louis. But so we all have this picture in our hearts of the iconic photo you're talking about those iron workers, the trades. It's all about the trades that we service, and so we decided let's just look and see if we can find somebody to make us one.
And you did.
We found the guy.
Yeah.
And he was in New York City, and we had a blast contacting him and talking about it, and hired him to do it. And so our birthday, our 70th birthday, we unveiled it. We had our customers with us, we had our family with us. It was a big ordeal.
It's really cool, and I think that symbolizes so much for you. You've titled it "We Build Together."
Right.
I really believe that's at the heart. It's another way of saying the noble calling of distribution.
Correct.
You with your the trades, right? The contractors,
Correct.
your vendors, your suppliers, right?
Yes.
The community, your customers. You're building St. Louis
Correct.
and the region together.
Right.
And man, that's noble to me.
Yeah.
And I appreciate what you guys do.
Oh,
there.
we appreciate it.
Yeah.
And nothing better than just seeing people, not even in the trades, right?
Yeah.
They drive up, they run up, they get a picture with it,
Yeah.
and then they leave.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I don't have the picture of it, but he got a ladder for me so that I could go sit on it. So I got that. So thank you for that.
Yeah,
I also don't have a picture of it, but this gentleman was kind enough. I'm now going to be traveling. I used to get 7 miles to the gallon. After today, I'm going to get 5 miles to the gallon because you gave me a replica of that, a real replica, real steel.
Yeah.
And man, I appreciate that.
Appreciate
so much.
it.
Hey, real quick, you guys did just decide to go to the ESOP.
We did.
In about 35 seconds or so, can you tell us why and the importance of becoming an ESOP for your 135 employees? And I love the word up there, the future of this organization.
Yeah. Tom Dunn, the owner, sold the company to the employees and just wanted to thank them, right, for the past years and all the service that they've done and built the company too, right?
It's amazing.
I mean, it's the people that are CK, and we mean that truly when we say it.
Obviously, I mean, when you're selling the company to them,
Yeah.
49% of the company.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I hope today you got to see the passion of the
I
people.
did. I saw it all.
I mean, it just gives you goosebumps
It does.
when you talk to them.
It does. Tim, I appreciate the offer to be here, man.
Thank you.
It's been an amazing day.
Truly enjoyed it.
And thanks for hosting our LinkedIn Live here.
You're welcome. Thank
Okay,
you.
man? Thank you. Thanks. So, guys, just an amazing organization as well, CK. And that's the thing. We have the opportunity to feature 8 in these episodes, but all 30, including CK today, and every other one that I have already stopped, we are going to stop, is absolutely fantastic stories. And I want to tell all of those stories.
Hey guys.
Just let me show what happened at the end of the day when we all got together. We got the CK employees from this branch together in front of the We Supply America RV, and just take a look here at the fun we can have.
Hey guys, I will tell you this. That first shot was pretty spirited. I suspect there's a little more in you. Second of all,
There we go. Here.
Come on.
There we go.
So, so you know how I said the spirit was pretty good? I was going to say, but it's certainly the best looking group, and I was going to acknowledge the ladies in front. But I got to tell you something. The game has just been upped. All right, so what is your name?
Rob.
Rob, okay, guys, this one's for Rob. This one's for Rob. You guys ready? Yep. All right, here we go. 3, 2. Rob, put your legs down. Guys, I have loved my day here at CK. Thanks so much for having me.
I made you a little help here.
Be well, everybody.
Isn't that great, you guys? Just it's great. I love getting together, meeting everybody, hearing their stories about their role in supplying America. And it's just truly, the word family has been used so much, and it's a family when I'm here, and it's great. I would absolutely love the opportunity to come to your location. If you're interested in talking to it, go ahead, get your phone right now and text the word meetup in all caps to the number you see on the screen, 847-744-8570, and that will start the process, all right? Okay, we got 10 minutes until we go live with the third episode, Benco Dental. I got a couple more things to share with you, bring a couple people in as well. First, I want you to know I've been thinking a lot about the things I've been learning as I've been journaling, taking my notes down, and there's 6 pillars. I'm just going to tick them off about what I'm learning about this supplying America and the noble calling, we supply America. These companies that I'm seeing, the 8 that we're featuring, the companies like CK where I'm at today, the others, you know, they are driven by purpose, a deep, deep, meaningful purpose. They're committed to their people. That drives this family culture. I'm thinking deeper what that really means. There's an ownership mindset in these companies that I'm visiting. It's amazing. These companies are absolutely focused on their customers and driving success for their customers. And they are absolutely, as profit organizations, focused on profits as well. That's one of the things that I'm really thinking about is we have to reclaim that profits are noble, because all the good that comes out of these independent family-owned businesses could not happen without profits. You're going to be hearing more from me about those 6 pillars, okay? So here's what I wanted to show you a little bit more. Here are the 10, 11 distributors that I'm going to start seeing, all scheduled starting next week. I'll be in Madison at First Supply. You guys see the list there. Again, I gave you that list. Come on in and be a part of it. Text, meet up to that phone number that I gave you. All right? Okay, we got about 9 minutes to go here. So what I'd love to do is I'd love to pull in 2 individuals to help talk about what we are about to see with this third episode of We Supply America. That's Benco Dental. I know you're going to absolutely love it. So to do that, what I'd love to do is I'd love to bring in Austin Hope from Proton. Let me bring him in here. Here he is. Austin, I think you're on mute. Are you on?
Dirk?
There you are. Nope, you're there. Hello, Austin.
Hey, Dirk. Hey, Dirk, how you doing?
Oh, man, I am well. Can you tell how sweaty I am, though, man? They worked me hard here.
Yeah, you're actually in my hometown of St. Louis, so I'm particularly excited about this episode.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. It is a great town. I grew up here. I didn't grow up. My family grew up here and the like, too. So fantastic. So, Austin, you are an important member of Proton. Can you tell us real quick what, as Proton is a sponsor of We Supply America, we couldn't do this without you guys. So real quick, could you tell us about Proton, please?
Absolutely, yeah. We are Proton is an AI-powered sales enablement tool. We're exclusively working with B2B distributors. All the folks that you're visiting, those type of organizations. We help distributors better utilize their data, serve their customers, and increase sales across all of their channels. And Benco Dental was actually our very first customer. So we're very much so looking forward to today's episode.
Yeah, I love it. And, you know, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag that the founder of Proton, right, actually is part of the family, the Cohen family, that is in the 3rd generation of leadership. So you truly have come out of distribution with your platform, and I think that's super cool.
Absolutely. You got it, Dirk.
Yeah, thanks. So, Austin, why is it important to you and to Proton to be sponsors of We Supply America?
Yeah, I mean, it's everything you've been saying, Dirk. Getting out the message of the noble calling of distribution. A lot of these family-owned businesses, just like Benco Dental, we were birthed out of. So being able to see that, seeing you work across America, go to the Porter Pipe and Wise Way, just amazing. I mean, you had myself and everyone hooked right when that gentleman from the warehouse came up and gave you a big hug. I mean, it was just incredible. So to see that and what you're doing is just amazing. So yeah, big thank you to you, Dirk.
Well, I thank you, Austin, and I thank the entire Proton team and what you're doing for We Supply America, and way even beyond that, what you're doing for distribution to really help them succeed in a very competitive and disruptive marketplace. So you guys keep it up as well, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Austin, thank you so very much, man. You have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining us.
You as well.
All right. So there you go, you guys. And we've got about 6 minutes until our third episode of We Supply America featuring Benco Dental. Hey, let me know in the comments, please, if you're excited, if you're ready to go. Say, hell yeah, let's get going. All right, just let me know that you're still here, that you're watching, that you're interested. Let me know what you're thinking. And as you're doing that, what I'd love to do is I'd love to bring in one more guest before we stream the episode of Benco Dental. And I'd love to bring in from Infor my friend, Peter Leet. Peter, hello, sir.
Hey, Dirk, great to see you today. Really looking forward to this episode.
As am I. And Peter, thank you. And thank you to the entire Infor organization for sponsoring, being a key sponsor of We Supply America. Can you tell everybody about Infor real quick, please?
Absolutely. Infor, we provide business software to companies around the world, and one of our largest focus is in distribution. And we really enjoy bringing all the tools that facilitate how distributors efficiently run their business.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And the work that you do and the technology platform, the modern technology platform that you bring to these distributors, I truly believe is absolutely critical to helping them not only remain competitive, but to really thrive and seize the opportunities out in the marketplace.
No, it's exciting to see more and more companies moving to the cloud, really building their business on a platform that will carry them forward as technology expands and gives them more capabilities. They're really beginning to leverage it in a very powerful way. It's very exciting.
Yeah, super cool. And so thank you too for all you guys do. Peter, I know that you're close to Benco. I know that you know Benco Dental. You were actually on site the day we filmed what we're about to stream. So what goes through your mind when you think about Benco Dental and that organization and the people of Benco Dental?
Well, I've really enjoyed the journey with Benco because they are an inspiring company. Every member of the team is all about excellence for the team, for their customers. They really have a great family environment. And the reason I'm really excited today is because the things that you and I know, Dirk, of how incredible Benco is, you're going to be able to share them with the world today. And it's really excited for the spotlight to be on Benco and for people to see what a really great distribution company Benco is.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And they are. And you know what? Maybe even better than a distribution company, it's the people. They're great people, right, that make that great business. And I think that's going to show.
It is true. That's so true. It is just, every person that I've worked with at Benco is just phenomenal. It's been just a great pleasure to serve them and work with them and see them as they've served their community day to day, even through the pandemic, really bringing great service to their customers.
Yeah, thanks, Peter. Hey, and we got about 3 minutes until we stream live that episode of Benco Dental. Last question for you. Why is it important to Peter Leap? Why is it important to Infor to be such a big supporter of We Supply America?
It's just great to see how you're really raising up, as you've called, the noble cause of distribution, something that many people don't get to see on a daily basis. I really am proud to be part of, Infor is proud to be part of highlighting and making well known the noble cause.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, Peter, thank you so very, very much. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate Infor's sponsorship of We Supply America. So be well, my friend. Okay, we'll see you out on the road.
Awesome. Thanks, Dirk.
Hey, thanks, Peter. Take care, my friend. All right. So you guys, we got about a minute and a half until we go live. I can't wait until you see this. So let me just go back to the one slide that I talked about in terms of the 6 pillars. As I'm out there with the 8 that we're featuring, every distributor that I have seen as the tour continues, like Coburn's 2 days ago, like Holt yesterday, and like CK today. These are 6 pillars that are really rising to the consciousness as I meet individuals. This deep, deep purpose that the organizations have, their commitment to their people, the family environment and culture of these independent family-owned businesses is real and meaningful and important. The ownership mindset that tends to permeate throughout these organizations, the customer centricity, right? Truly working to help our customers move forward and succeed. And then, yes, the fact that we are for profits. And you know what? Profits are good and profits are noble because it allows us to reach out into the community, create more jobs, invest in the technology and the equipment that our people need to do their jobs and the like. So what I want you to know is each of these 8 episodes touches every one of these pillars. It's pretty cool. And each company, interprets these pillars in their own way. And what I'm so excited that you are about to see is Benco. As you watch this episode, keep in mind these 6 pillars because you'll see examples of every one of them. But right from the beginning, what you're going to hear Chuck Cohen, the managing director, along with his brother Rick Cohen say at the very beginning, opening scene, is that 5th pillar, customer centricity, is built into their DNA. And that's the story that is woven through much of this episode that you are about to see, as well as those 5 other pillars. At the center of it is this customer centricity and everything that means. So guys, it is 3:00 Central Time. You know what that means. It's time to stream this episode. And with the technology gods being on our side, here you go, everybody. Our 3rd episode of We Supply America featuring Benco Dental. As you watch, would you please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Afterwards, again, technology guides is helping us. Both Rick and Chuck Cohen are going to join us afterwards so that we can have a discussion, which they are watching this episode for the first time right now as well. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for following us. And here we go, our 3rd episode of We Supply America featuring Benco Dental. Enjoy. In a world of social distancing, remote working, personal challenges, and business disruption, there are businesses with their committed, caring, and passionate professionals who kept America supplied. Distribution. It's much more than meets the eye. The pandemic shined a light on the imperative nature of supply. That light, the noble calling of distribution. These are the inspirational stories and lessons from across America. This is We Supply America.
Welcome to Benco.
Thank you.
Great to have you.
I am jazzed.
Follow me. I'll bring you up to see Chuck.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So you 8 years with Benco?
Yep, I was here 8 years in May.
If you had to use one word to describe your 8 years here, what would it be?
Fulfilling. I was able to do some really cool stuff here. I started in marketing as the VP of Marketing's admin and kind of moved up into the position I'm in now. I've been able to see some really cool places. I've been to Cuba for work. We're going to Banff next year.
Ah, it is gorgeous country.
Yep.
Lake Louise.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Rick,
Finally,
good to see you.
Great to meet you.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Chuck, thanks.
What we want to do today is introduce you to what we do. First of all, how we get boxes out the door and how we do the basics of distribution, but also how we really are dedicated our core to our customers. So one of the things I think you'll see as the day goes on is that what is the DNA of this organization is a huge dedication to our customers and the patients they serve, right? So our customers are dentists across the United States, and their patients are who are the reason why we get up every morning and why we do what we do.
One last thing.
Sure.
I see the dental thing, but I think I'm most interested in the Dr. Seuss.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, tell me.
So I love that. And so very rarely do I get asked about it, but that is from the Lorax. And I love that because the line is, I speak for the trees for they have no tongue. And that really reminds me at least that number one, we should try to be environmentally friendly when we can be, and that's really important to me personally. But also, we need to find those stories and find those perspectives of people who can't speak. And sometimes at Benco, what I say is we need to speak for the customer, because in our organization, customers need to find their voice, need to find their tongue, and that's really what I like about the Lorax. We speak for the trees, for they have no tongue, and in many organizations, the customer doesn't have as much of a voice as they should have.
This is clutter. This shouldn't be here. What? Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
You know, I just was telling somebody, I was the most impressed last night about that steak you ate. I never saw a nicer steak.
I want to tell you, it smelled good.
Yeah, look.
It tasted good.
Yeah.
But you didn't have a bite.
No, I know, but it was. I just want to know if it was chewy or not.
It was cooked perfectly. It was great.
Good.
Yeah.
Let's go see the antiques. What do you want to talk about? Here's a little bit more of the history of Benco Dental.
Okay.
This is, we just found this. It's 1934. Net worth, capital. Let's draw. Net worth was $17,000.
What is
Well,
this
that's
thing?
an old X-ray.
That's an X-ray machine?
Yes, that's for taking X-ray. When you take an X-ray with that machine, the patient's hair stains. This is. We talked last night about high speed.
High-speed drilling. Right?
High speed drill. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
The thing. You know, with the wine. There were the trade dealers who had all the lines, all the good lines, and then there were the schlepper dealers.
Yeah.
That's right. My father was in the latter category. He could not get any of the good lines. This was much better than the first.
Then the air.
The air,
Yeah.
much better. It had more torque. It was no noise. It really worked terrific.
Yeah.
And we sold a lot of them. We were a good independent dealer. But nationwide, the big dealers, they wouldn't even talk to these guys. They wouldn't distribute it.
Right?
So they went down. They couldn't get the distribution. They couldn't distribute it
Yeah.
themselves. So when you think distribution really makes a difference, because if the first tier dealers would have gotten this,
They wouldn't have.
there would have been a whole
It would've died.
different industry.
Yes.
I think distribution is underrated, and you know, when you see these ads that say eliminate the blood-sucking middleman.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
When you have a distributor, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
You can eliminate the distributor, but you cannot eliminate what the distributor does.
The services that are required, right?
That's exactly right. So then the manufacturer has to do that.
And they're not prepared to do that.
No,
They're not.
They can't do that.
Your current title here at Benco
Yeah.
is Chief Customer Advocate.
Yes, it's all about the
manifestation
customer.
of
It really is. It's not about the stockholders. It's not even about making money. You have to make money, but in the end, the money will take care of itself if you take care of the customers. I really believe that. My father did too. If you treat them right, they're good. They're good. Okay, buddy. I'll see you later.
We'll see you at lunch.
Oh, yeah. I'm here all day because, what am I going to do? I don't have to do much.
This room is forest equipment married up with MCC cabinetry. One of the things you'll notice right off the bat is the colors that are here. Quite frankly, the owner of the company, Hank Barton, is a car nut. He collects cars, and there's why you have carbon fiber accents. He's also a detail guy. Single diaphragm block for all the handpiece controls. It adds a little zing to the room.
Yeah.
You know, and you're kind of a guy that you just have a little zing in your personality. So, right?
Well, you're upselling me. I personally like the industrial look of it, with the accents like that, the minimalist look, yet it's elegant. Yeah. And I love the colors.
Doctor, my understanding is that you've worked with Benco a number of times over the years. Is
Yes,
that right?
yeah.
What keeps bringing you back?
Guys like these,
Yeah.
and Chuck, of
Yeah.
course. I had a sit-down meeting with Chuck when I was outfitting one of my offices in Colorado. But yeah, it's just a great company to work with. They're honest.
I'm really curious about the profession. In my mind, again, I don't know the profession, but in my mind, there's the practice side of it, and then there's the business side of it. Is one more difficult than the other?
Yeah, the business side.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with staff issues, everything that a normal business owner would be dealing with. Finally sitting down with a patient to do the root canal, in my case, is second nature.
You're an entrepreneur. Is that fair?
I guess you're the first person that told me that.
Right. But I mean, you're a business owner.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. Do we think about that? I think we look at the medical side of it, and we're thankful, we're grateful, we need it. But at the same time, you're taking a risk.
100%. Yeah. And in dental school, we had 0 courses on how to be an entrepreneur and how to be a business person.
Yeah.
It was just learn how to do dentistry. And
Right.
then when I came out of dental school and opened up my own, it was a crash course.
Yeah.
Into figuring that stuff out.
Does Benco help you on the business side of things?
100%.
Yeah. Tell me
Yeah.
how.
For example, this gentleman here, once I get my office open, which I've done in the past, but I'm opening it up in a new geography, he's going to take me out to meet referring dentists.
Oh, nice.
My specialty is endodontics, so I'm a specialist, and I get 99% of my referrals from general dentists. And
He's got the
Scott,
connections.
yeah, Scott will physically, walk me in and meet these people because he has relationships with them already. I mean, that's first and foremost, that's invaluable.
This is our packing area. This is where the packages get sealed and sent out to the customers. The UPS label gets attached.
Okay.
It goes through a taping machine and then goes right down into the truck, and UPS delivers it the next day. It's really exciting because people care about what we're doing. We want the customer's experience to be exceptional every time, and people know that.
Yeah.
So when they're packing a product, they want to make sure it's neat and organized, and it's just very comforting to have people that care.
Yeah.
We take pride in taking care of our people, and then we get referrals. I'm a referral. My referral came from my son.
Get out.
Who has been here for 9 years. It just goes to show you that when somebody enjoys working at Benco, they're going to refer people that mean a lot to them.
Yeah.
And then we have the pride of being part of it. I've been in distribution a long time.
Yeah.
And this is the first company that I've worked for that cares about the people more than the profit.
Morning. So I thought I'd go through our stats for June. So if we look at sales, right, June month to date, consumables are about 6% over our goal, which is doing really well. Probably going to end up about $10 million over goal for the quarter across the whole United States. So keep up the great work, and we're going to end next week with a bang. Thank you.
So we have some exciting news, as you probably all are aware. Monday, the mask mandate at our building will be lifted. It's been a long 18 months. We set some metrics, and we asked you guys to get vaccinated so that we could remove the mandate, and you guys responded. So out of the enterprise, this distribution center has a vaccination rate of 72%. So that's above and beyond what we could even ask for. So thank you for that. What that means is you guys set the gold standard across the enterprise, and you're the first DC to be able to get rid of the masks. So hey, well done. Everything we've asked of you, you've responded, so all we can do is say thank you. It's been a long 18 months. Hopefully this thing's going to bed and doesn't come back. So thanks again. Looking forward to Monday.
So I know I do a quote of the week sometimes, and yesterday's didn't go over so well, so I prepared a second one. You all know I love working at Benco, but if I didn't have a career at Benco, I thought, what would I like to do? And I thought, I'd like to be an inspector in a mirror factory. I could really see myself doing that. All right. Thank you, everybody. If there's no more questions, let's spread out and we'll do our stretches.
Hey, thanks. Have a great morning, okay? Thanks. I'll see you at lunch, all right?
Oh, no problem. That was fun.
My goodness, this is,
It's a lot.
yeah. You know what I say when I look at this skyline? I say, thank God there's people in this world smarter than me that can figure this type of stuff out.
Our facilities managers, I've watched them climb up on these things to fix jams. It's outrageous.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh yeah, then these are beakers.
Thank you.
and stuff. So then I'll put bubble wrap, I'll put them in a bag or bubble wrap and put a label on it, you know, so that they don't break.
You just scared me. You brought me back to my science classes that I failed in school. So this is your ride, right? You know, I'm thinking of MacGyver. If you got to pull up somewhere and there's equipment, so you're MacGyver.
Pretty much. Hey, if you don't have the parts to fix it and they need it fixed, you got to figure out something.
Yeah, so show me what's in here, would you?
So in the van, I have a little touch of OCD. So this is going to be the cleanest van you ever see in the fleet. To be able to find something that I need immediately calms me. You know, if I have to run around sporadically looking through my van while an office is shut down or an office is having an issue, they have a patient waiting for the room, the longer it takes me, just more of a job that we're not doing for the customer, you know? And if a doctor comes out or if a doctor sees the van and somebody sees something that looks like this, they're gonna have a little more respect for the technician than somebody that is rummaging through a van and throwing parts around in the back but trying to find something.
You know, it's even amazing to me. I mean, this customer at the core at Benco, I mean, it's so deep, it's so real. I mean, even how you just, you know, tied the cleanliness and the organization back to your customer's needs. I mean, the customer at the core.
For as many years as this place has been in business, I mean, that's their #1 goal. The next rack you have in here, I mean, this has a lot of just your equipment for installs and everything like that. So all your basic bolts, lags, plumbing fittings, electrical.
Boy, you need to know mechanics, you need to know electrical, you need to know plumbing.
IT.
IT?
Yep. X-ray. I mean, there's a lot involved with the job. I mean, it's in an office from A to B, anything that has to do with that equipment that's in that office. Everything tool-wise you're gonna need in a dental office and more is in this bottom shelf.
Well, wait, and more. What do you mean and more?
I mean, if I found somebody on the side of the road that was broke down, I used to be a mechanic. I could probably fix their car for them too. So, yeah.
So hold on, Ed, the video crew might know where I'm going here. Ed, I got an RV over there.
Yeah.
Things break. You want to come over and have lunch with me?
Absolutely. Whatever you got. I bet you can find the tool in here.
I'm telling you, my door's broken now. I need somebody to help me figure that out.
That would knock it out.
Yeah. You think it is just right?
It needs to get primed up a little bit.
Oh, jeez. So you're telling me now this is my exercise?
That's right.
You
off an arm, right arm, left arm. Remember wax on, wax off?
Yes, I do.
Right arm, left arm.
Oh, happy birthday!
Holy cow, thanks guys. You didn't need to do anything here.
Happy birthday. We always celebrate somebody's 60th birthday because we're not 60.
So
it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure to remind you that you are.
Well, thank you so much, guys. This is amazing. And did you see my video today? Look at that, yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Guys.
Happy birthday, dear Dirk. Happy birthday to you.
Guys.
There you go. That's good. Yay.
Thank you very much. At least it's not 90.
That's
right?
Or 9.
Or 9. You know, I had a chance to go out to the lunch with your team. And I went up to every table and I thanked them for being here. And I told them that I'm leaving here with my heart being full. My mind is absolutely expanded and absolutely inspired by what you guys do. What is it about Benco that makes it so special? Because you do have something special going on here.
It's our people.
Yeah.
Without question. We have, and this came from our grandfather Ben and our father Larry. We've got the best people in the business, and that carries through in everything we do. The customers appreciate it, and we're able to attract the best people because we have the best people. Everybody wants to come to work here because
I've seen it. Talk to people.
It's a very special culture.
When you hear the term the noble calling of distribution, what does that mean to you?
Well, every time you go to the dentist, very few people wonder how all of that stuff got there. But when they get to their dental appointment, it all works. And that's thanks to distribution.
Yeah. So wait. The patient isn't your customer, the dentist is your customer, but there's this culture, this customer centricity, this real belief that isn't just with executive management, with everybody in the warehouse is talking about the patient, the patient, the patient. And so talk to me about this unending commitment to your customer and your customer's customer, because I think it's in your DNA.
Yeah. It's our mission. It's who we are. And so a lot of companies talk about it. I don't think a lot of companies really do it. So where we operationalize it is we require that every senior level person and everybody one level below gets out with customers on a regular basis. And that doesn't mean standing around in a meeting, talking to people as they come up at the booth. It means getting in the vehicle, a service truck with a technician or a car with a sales rep, and visiting 10, 12 offices a day, seeing what's going on in the offices, asking good questions, watching how the sales reps and the technicians are interacting with the customers. Beyond that, I mean, you just can't get a feel for what the customer is going through, and therefore you don't understand what problems there are to solve.
Yeah.
And for us, it's such a competitive edge. We have to earn the right to stay alive because our competitors are good companies.
Yeah.
And so for us, as the largest independent, we've got to beat them every day. And so putting the customer first is one of the ways that we do that.
Yeah.
A lot of our success really was the growth and success of dentists, and a lot of growth and success of the infrastructure in the United States. So things like UPS, the interstate system really played a very big role in our success.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have been stuck in a backwater, 200 miles from Philadelphia or New York.
Yeah.
But the interstate system and UPS and other systems really helped us to get out of our own area. At the same time, dentistry really grew. It really went from a profession where the dentist did all the treatment to a profession today that has hygienists and assistants and is about efficiency and gloves and infection control, and the things that a dentist can do in the oral cavity have really expanded dramatically. So the 70s, 80s, 90s, even into today, have really been about those successes all coming together. And I think today, in addition, I would add, we've got great people and we've got great systems, great IT systems, great infrastructure. So we put all that together, and we as Rick said, we have to earn our right to compete every day. But we don't do badly. Yeah. One of the things that we say all the time is we have the luxury, and we really think it's a luxury, to think in decades, not quarters. So our largest competitors are forced every 3 months to report to Wall Street and the general public how they're doing, what's going on. We don't care about that. So we have to keep ourselves happy and the bank happy, but beyond that, it's really about us and the customers. And it's interesting because we've hired a number of executives who came from public companies. Yeah. The first year or so, they have trouble kind of adjusting. It's like, what? We really don't care. No, we think in decades, not quarters, and it gives us we think it gives us a very big long-term advantage over other players in the market.
Yeah.
I think you're really onto something with regard to very few Americans have any idea how the stuff gets where it needs to be so that they can have the experience that they have. And we do dental, but even just when you flick a light switch, there's a lot of product that had to get there at the right time so that the technicians can set it all up so that we can have an easier life.
One of the reasons at least I think you're here, and one of the things that I think we all learned out of the pandemic, is the value of the supply chain. I think prior to the pandemic, a lot of us as Americans really took that for granted. Yeah. I think the pandemic proved to all of us, everyone, the power of distribution, the power of supply chain, really the importance of the process to get a product from where it's made to where it's getting used. And I really think that's part of this whole conversation.
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Rick.
Thanks for coming, thanks for doing all of this. We're flattered.
I'm honored to be here. You don't know how honored I am.
Thank you very much.
Chuck,
it's great to see you, as always, and you do a great job.
Thanks,
I love it. It's really fun, and thank you for honoring our people by inviting them to participate. It's just been exciting.
It's been awesome. Thanks, guys.
Proton AI is proud to partner with We Supply America to tell the stories of the industry that we're exclusively focused on serving with our unique software platform. We build AI-powered tools, workflow tools, and sales enablement tools that help distributors grow their revenue. We care a lot about this industry. It's the industry that I grew up in, and we're proud to be a part of this project to help tell the story of the companies that serve America. We Supply America!
So there you go, you guys. Week number 3 of We Supply America, featuring Benco Dental. It's really something to me as I watch these episodes and I watch it live with you. Always at this moment, I start to well up, and because I truly believe that what you just saw is a story that needs to be told. Our country is built upon distribution, and Benco Dental is one of the 30,000 businesses that provide for us and supply for us. And my goodness, what an amazing organization, what amazing people, and what a great, great story. And I hope you agree. And I've been following some of the comments on, and thank you. And I continue, if you have more comments, I just would love to hear your comments here. And we're going to be bringing in 2 special guests, Chuck and Rick Cohen, the managing directors of the organization, who are kind enough to invite me in. And I'll bring them in just a bit. And Rick and Chuck, I know you're in the green room, and there's 3 things. Well, let me bring them in, and I'll set the stage, okay, you guys? So, Chuck, Rick, there you go. Guys, welcome.
Hey, hi, Dirk. Hello. All right, let's get a little closer.
There you go. Yeah, you're brothers. Come on, like you love each other. Yeah, I can. There you go. Great to see you.
It's good. Nice to see you guys.
Yeah, great to see you guys, and thank you so much for the.
Dirk, thanks for having us.
Yeah, you're welcome, and thank you for the invitation in and allowing us to feature Benco Dental. Gentlemen, what we just saw, I think, was fantastic. Number one, let me say congratulations, guys. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dirk.
Yeah. So
thank you very much. We couldn't have told the story better than you did. So much appreciated.
Well, it's your story, and we took what you gave us, and I tell you. So, guys, can we just expand upon this, because the story is so deep, right, and so rich, and the lessons are there, and the inspiration are there, and can we just focus on 3 aspects that I think were featured in the story of Benco Dental, and that's number 1, the people and the culture. Number 2, the customer centricity. And then number 3, because I just love the thinking, the long-term view. And let's just talk about those 3 things, if you don't mind, okay? Guys, the people and the culture. Cool, thank you.
Absolutely.
The people and the culture. Let me just share with you. I'm going to, bear with me here. I'm going to just pull up some of the quotes from the people that are joining us on LinkedIn. And just, I'm going to ask you to respond to some of the things people who are watching live said. Stuart jumped in and said, Benco, it's nice to see a company that cherishes its humble beginning, right? And talk about the American dream, and then to spread that throughout the organization. Another individual said, and Stuart jumped in again and said, a very family-like environment. Can I do that in quotes, said to you, he used to be with Interlake. He said, Dirk, I'm interested in this episode. I have a personal connection. I supplied and built the PIC modules in Pittston, Reno, Dallas, and Jacksonville. Great people, great culture, fascinating business. Barry said, as he was watching, he said, this shows the pride in what this individual, I think he was talking about Eric, your service technician at that time, does, the pride in what he does and for the company that he works for. To me, it's all about people. It's all about culture. And then, this is kind of cool. Mark jumps in, and when he jumped in to fix my, you guys remember, you guys sent out the maintenance team to fix my door, and he's right. And and then celebrating my birthday. I asked Jordan, should we put that in? And the decision was, you know what? That's all about culture. It's not about your birthday, Dirk. It's about the culture and the people of Benco Dental. So I think it's absolutely amazing. Can you guys just share with us, a little behind the scenes about the people of Benco and the special culture of the organization?
Well, I think you got a taste for it, Dirk. We wish it was more than just one day.
Yeah.
But if you were here longer and you had a flat tire, you'd see a bunch of Benco people out, including us, putting up the jack and getting that thing fixed. But the culture comes from our father, who works with us every day. He's 85 years young and very energetic and very engaged. And we're very much in a people business, and we do have a great culture, and we're very proud of it, and want to keep it great.
Yeah. Our definition of culture is how people act when nobody's watching. And, it's always nice to see people celebrating birthdays and stuff. That's really important. But equally, or maybe more important, is how Benco people act when no one's watching, when they're in the customer's office by themselves, when they're working from home through the pandemic. And I think we're both very proud to say that we've got great people who do the right thing for our customers and for the organization, even when no one's watching.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much. And that does tie to the second pillar that I want to talk to you about, customer centricity. But before we go there, Rick, you talked about, the culture emanated from your father. And Kristen jumped in when he was showing us the history and all the equipment in the museum. And another thing we can say about your father is Kristen said that he's such a great storyteller. And that was a great experience, having him walk me through the history and the equipment that he said. It tells a great story about where Benco has been, your contribution to moving the industry forward, right, through innovation and helping the dentist succeed. So that was a great aspect as well. So guys, can we talk about the second pillar it was really, I set it up at the beginning from the opening scene when I was in your office. Chuck, you told us that the customer is built into the DNA of the organization. And I appreciated the complete unfiltered access you gave us, including standing in with the video crew on an actual sales call with a dentist in Centerpoint, having the chance to talk to the dentist, and talking about customer centricity when he said to us that the practice of dentistry, root canal for him is pretty damn easy. The business side of it is where, part of the value that Benco drives and delivers. So let me just pull up some of the other things relative to this customer centricity. Peter, heard your father, say you can't eliminate the service that the distributor delivers, right? And that's all about delivering value for the customer. I absolutely love this. Let me scroll down what I saw here. Let me see. It's coming. Look at what Matt said. Matt said, next time I go to the dentist, this episode's going to be playing on my head. And I tell you what, I hope you guys are proud of that. I'm proud of that Matt said that, because they saw your commitment, I think, not just to the dentist, but to the patient. I want to talk about that because I think it's really special and really unique. And then Mandy, and then I'll turn it over to you guys real quick. And then Mandy added on to what Matt said and said, Matt, I'm going to ask if they got supplies from Benco, and if not, they should. So I think you've just got thousands of salespeople for Benco. So, guys, absolutely love the focus on the customer and the DNA. Can you just elaborate on that? What didn't we see in the video, right, in the show, relative to this unending commitment to the customer?
Yeah. So I would say it's not a coincidence that the four individuals who have led this organization through 90 years all are sales reps. So our grandfather started as a sales rep. Not every business is founded by a sales rep, sometimes founded by an accountant or, an inside person. Ben Cohen started as a sales rep. Larry Cohen certainly would say he was the best sales rep, and we don't disagree. And certainly he insisted that both of us go out and actually call on customers. So I think that really influences how this organization has grown and changed. And
we all know, those of us who've been in sales, that the essence of selling is to really understand the customer and try to fill that customer's needs, solve that customer's problems. And so 4 individuals, 90 years of history, all salespeople.
Well, there's some behind
And
this.
I think that
Go ahead, Rick.
we're very lucky that this is the career that Ben, our grandfather, chose, because we happen to love dentists. I mean, the problems that dentists have, the role that dentists play for our country,
yes,
and for the citizens of our country is very important. I mean, think of life without dentistry. And to be privileged enough to play a small role in that, and to keep dentists so that they can focus on, improving people's teeth and reducing pain, that's a great way to come to work every morning for all of us at Benco, but especially for Chuck and I.
Rick, I think you again gave me another trailer for the noble calling of distribution, right? Because what you guys do for our country and America and our health is absolutely essential. And I want to go there, if you don't mind, because and I hope the viewers saw this. Whenever we talk to you all, and it could be the two of you, it could have been a warehouse associate, it could have been the sales team, it was certainly Eric, the field technician. Everyone in that organization talked to us, not just about the doctor, not just about the dentist, but about the patient. And I really don't know if I know another distributor who is as conscious throughout the organization about not just meeting our customers' needs, but our customers' customer. It didn't make it, you guys, and I tried like hell working with Jordan. It didn't work because of flow in the video. There's a picture in the warehouse, and I'm going to get it wrong, but it says something like there's a poster in your warehouse, in your distribution center, that says this package is going to impact a patient's life, something of that nature. Everybody at
It's not a package, it's a patient.
Say it again.
Is what it says.
Say it
It's
again.
not a package, it's a patient.
So everybody just pause. Will somebody type that in LinkedIn for me? All right. It's not a patient. It's not a package. It's a patient. Guys, talk to me about that philosophy. Talk to me about that DNA of understanding the customer and what that means to everybody in the organization. I think there's so many lessons there and inspiration. Go. I'm sorry.
It's the slogan that came from our COO. Really, the moment that we heard it, we knew how important it was. Every single thing that we do, there's a patient at the other end. There's someone who's in pain. There's someone who, needs dental care. And, that's worth going the extra mile for.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it, guys. I do believe there's so many lessons there. Thank you. And again, from the opening scene, customer centricity is built into the DNA. And I love it. Tisha, right on. You got it. It's not a package. It's a patient. And everybody watching this, right? Everybody watching this, would you do me a favor? Take that statement, write it down, and re-engineer it for your own organization, right? Your customer's customer. And there's the need. And there's the opportunity, one of the opportunities from this episode. So, guys, thank you. A lot of lessons. And I find inspiration. Can we go to the third thing, if you don't mind? And that was the end. The two of you. And wow. Guys, type this into LinkedIn too. All right. We don't think in quarters, we think in decades. As an independent distributor competing against two, public companies, there's something that's very important for us, I think, to talk about. So can you share with us, add to that thinking a little bit, that philosophy about this long-term thinking, if you don't mind?
Sure. It's truly a luxury to be able to think in decades and not quarters. And so it really influences what we do and how we run the business, how we think about the business. And, we believe that the guys, there haven't even been, but the people running the public companies that we compete with would probably very much like to switch roles with us. We think they'd rather have our role than their role. Our role is a lot more fun, a lot more interesting, and honestly, a little bit easier because we can make the right long-term decisions for the patients, for the customers, and for the business, for our employees.
Yeah. So, two things I'd like to go, guys. I'm pulling out of my memory. Building your business has not been easy. You've actually had some very tough times, like a flood. Is that right? Can you share with us the story of the flood and the decisions about what you guys did coming out of that flood, and how that tied into long-term thinking? I think it's a great story.
Well, the flood was in 1972. Right. I was 2 years old. Chuck was 6 years old. So we didn't do anything except for get in the way and probably make a lot of trouble for our parents. But in 1972, Larry, our father, had a warehouse that was 8 feet of water in the warehouse. Everything he owned in the business was destroyed. And when people think when water comes up, then it just leaves. But it was water and mud, and so there was mud all the way to the ceiling. And at the time, Larry Benco was a small company, and Larry had, when the floodwaters receded, all of his employees came in, and they really had to think hard about what to do next. Maybe the next thing to do was to call a competitor and just all go to work for the competitor the next day. Or maybe the answer was clean up all the mud and sell whatever you could sell at a discount and start again. And that's what Larry decided to do, and we're really glad that he did.
We think about that on some days where we have it tough, and honestly, the toughest we've had it has not been as tough as that. It's nothing is as tough as looking around at your employees as Larry did at that moment and say, God, they're all depending on me to make a decision to stay in business. And he decided to do that, and we're glad he did. And I think those employees are especially glad that he did as well. So it was really a good lesson about what we're all here to serve, and we're here to serve the patients, the doctors, the customers, and our associates. That I think that the flood story really illustrates how far that goes back in our DNA.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. Thank you. So, guys, I really appreciate this. Everybody, would you do me a favor? Just would you put down 1 or 2 words in terms of what you're thinking about the Benco story, what we saw in the episode, in addition to what Chuck and Rick are sharing here with us. And Chuck and Rick, one more time, I'd like to just thank you from the bottom of my heart, giving us the opportunity to come learn deeper about Benco, share your story. We're out here on the road. We Supply America, champion the noble calling of distribution. And I truly do believe that you are one amazing example of building this country in your niche, in your area. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for telling the story. And it was an amazing episode. I hope it's going to help a lot of people. I know it's going to help a lot of people. So thank you for that. One last question, if you guys don't mind. When you guys hear the term the noble calling of distribution, what does that mean to the two of you?
Well, I mean, as we saw in the video, all of the comforts that we know of, whether it's teeth that don't hurt or electricity that works or telephones that work or plumbing, behind all of that is a full network of distributors that get the products to where they need to go on time and the right way. And we're humbled and proud to be a very small part of that.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of us remember going through the time when Steve Jobs said that basically the internet was going to put out of business all the middlemen, all the distributors, and middlemen is everyone who you complain about because they just have this middleman markup. And the noble calling of distribution is a good reminder that distributors are the backbone of the economy in the United States. We move products from place to place, and we do it for a small fee relative to the value we create. And what we do is important.
Yeah, really well said. Really well said. And the backbone of this country, I think we're going to be. I learned a term yesterday over at Holt Electric. I'm going to put on a cape. I'm going to ask every distributor and every employee, the 6 million people, to put on a cape, right? And embrace the fact of what you two just said, that we are the backbone. You are the backbone of this country, and we don't have what we have. We haven't. We 6 million jobs, $6.9 trillion in terms of an economic engine. Everything we touch goes through your hands and the value you add. Chuck, Rick, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for allowing us to tell your story and to help distribution be inspired, take lessons from you all to continue supplying America. Bottom of my heart, you guys, thank you so very, very much.
Dirk, thank you very much for bringing your RV around, and maybe you'll come around again sometime. We'd love to have you back.
We hope so.
And happy birthday!
No, it was over. I don't want another one yet. Gentlemen,
Thanks, Dirk. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Be well, you guys. Be well. Thank you. Thanks. So there you have it, you guys. Chuck and Rick Cohen, managing directors of Benco, third generation family owners, leaders of the business, and just absolutely great. I'm touched by the Benco family. I'm touched by what we've learned, and I hope that you are too. This episode and every episode as they go live can be found on our website at wesupplyamerica.net. I encourage you to go there and get the wealth of information. In fact, let me attempt to share my screen. When you go to wesupplyamerica.net, here's what you're going to find. I'm actually on the webisode page. The episode page, up on the top, you'll see the episode menu. Go to the episode menu and you'll be able to go to this episode. Share it wide if you don't mind. What you'll find is the description of the episode, some of the individuals from Benco that you meet. Again, what I'd love to do is I'd love to draw your attention to this. For this episode and every episode, we have created a meeting kit done for you. I really believe, no, I don't believe, I know that every one of these episodes, like this episode of Benco, you can and should, I'm going to put that down, you should, as a leader in the organization, you should download this meeting kit, get your team around the computer, get your team around the television, watch the episode together, and use this kit that we've provided to you so that you can lead a discussion. And I use the words to lift and shift the ideas. You know, you type down, we don't think in quarters, we think in decades. You wrote down, it's not a package, it's a patient. Those are all ideas that you can lift from Benco and bring it to your organization to further your mission. We help you do that in this free meeting in a kit. I really encourage you to do that. Also, super important for you to know, go to that website, wesupplyamerica.net, hit episodes. You're going to have the opportunity to come to this episode and every other one, and you're going to be provided access to bonus content. And that bonus content with each episode is, in fact, the full interview that I have with the presidents, owners, CEOs of the company. In this case, both Rick and Chuck. You're going to get the full 30 to 45-minute interview that I have with them. There is absolute gold in there. And I, of course, would like to, again, thank our sponsors. We couldn't do this without our own organization, Unleash WD, sponsoring this, without Infor and without Proton from the corporate side. Just absolutely amazing organizations and amazing people. I'd also like to thank our associations that are helping us bring this across the country. National Association of Electrical Distributors, American Supply Association, Vipar Heavy Duty, ISSA, and ISSA Show North America. You can find out more information from all of them as well when you go to that website. Okay, you guys? So there you have it. Our third episode is live for the world. Please do me a favor and share this wide throughout your network. It will help us champion the noble calling of distribution. So thank you all for joining us. Next week, we're going to do the exact same thing with the fourth episode. Continue to follow us on LinkedIn. Hey guys, as I'm bringing this to a close, would you do me a favor? Let me know what you thought about this episode. Let me know what you think about We Supply America. I need to hear from you. I need to know that we're continuing to add value to you. So continue to let me know. Let me just say a couple of things I saw. Let me see if I can find it. Paul Kennedy, you're absolutely right. Customer obsession. It all starts with the customer. Greg, I agree. Great company. You love learning about different distributors. Peter, agreed. It was a great episode. Kelly, great company. Will, you tell us that it's outstanding. Loved that. Love to hear that. So I'm really pleased that it's adding value, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us for this third episode of We Supply America. Keep following us at WeSupplyAmerica.net. I need to get out to the RV, get to my next stop, continue along with you championing the noble calling of distribution. Thank you to all of you for what you do. I really, truly appreciate it. And thank you so much. And Harold says you're looking for distributors that want to align their customer experience teams. Guys, look for Harold there. Harold, thanks for putting that on. Let's connect with Harold on LinkedIn and do it. But for now, guys, from CK in St. Louis, Missouri, to the entire Benco team, to everybody that's part of this, thank you so much. We'll see you on the road. We'll see you on LinkedIn. We'll see you next week at the same time with our fourth episode. Thanks, everybody.